Hi there, Jen Roque here at StampCampWithJen.com. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the US, and welcome to my weekly Facebook Live. If you're new here, hello and welcome. I go live every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. If you don't have Facebook or you can't join me live for some reason, I always post the replay the following morning on Tuesday morning. So as you're joining, please say hello. Let me know how your weekend's going. How's your new year going so far? We actually spent New Year's with my granddaughter doing a late Christmas celebration. So that was kind of funny. We were playing Christmas music on the new year. But that was our final Christmas celebration, so that was nice. Hi, Mom. Welcome. Hi, Kay. Thanks for joining me. Hi, Jessica. Happy New Year to you, too. It's always so good to see you guys here. So I have a really cool card to share today. I'm really excited about it. And I have lots of reminders as we're ending the sales period for a few things, and we're about to jump into Sale-A-Bration. It'll be so much fun. Hi, Diana. Hi, Sue. Thank you so much for joining me, and thanks for sharing the videos too. Don't forget to share them with your friends so that you can invite them to join us every week as well. Hi, Sue Stone. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Diana. Do you guys make New Year's resolutions? Has anybody made any New Year's resolutions or started like cleaning out your craft room and organizing things? Hi, Sylvia. Happy New Year to you too. I know a lot of times, like when the new year hits, I start feeling like, okay, I really need to organize things, and I'll do a whole like overhaul and pull everything out, but I just didn't have the energy for that this year. I think we're gonna finally take down our Christmas decorations tomorrow. I told my husband, I said, I think I'm ready for it to come down. I normally I'm so sad when it comes down, but I think it's time. It's time to take everything down and put it away and kind of move into the next holiday. So, all right, well, let me turn the camera around and we'll go over a few things, and then we'll get into this cool fun fold card that I have for you today. So let me get my phone off of here. Ooh. And we'll flip it. There we go. Get situated here real quick. Everybody say hello to everybody as you're joining. Oops. Sorry, you're being jostled around a bunch. Yours were down the day after Christmas, Jessica. I think that's how my sister was too. She was like, I'm done. Take all this stuff down. She was ready to go. All right, so I think a lot of you are my regulars, but if you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe to my social media channels and always like and comment. I love hearing from you guys and knowing what you think of my projects and stuff like that. And if there's anything you want to see, let me know too, and I'll try to come up with a project. If there's like a certain technique or fun fold that you've seen somewhere else and you want to learn how to do it, let me know. I'd always love to hear suggestions. I have a rewards program. So I updated this probably about a month or two ago. So every $25 in a single order, you earn a point. And after you get 20 points, you get a free $50 shopping spree. So I pay for the tax, the shipping, everything. It's really a great deal. The only thing you have to do is you have to track your orders. So if you have any previous orders that maybe you lost track of, all you have to do is send me an email or a text and ask me, and I can look it up for you so that you can keep track of that. But the points never expire. So if it takes you 3-4 years to earn a shopping spree, not a problem. You just send me a picture of your tracker whenever you're ready to go and fill out the items that you'd like for free, and I'll place the order for you. So, one thing I tell people too is if you want, you can save your shopping spree for Sale-A-Bration, and then you can earn even more with your shopping spree, because if you can get it right at that $50 mark, you'll earn a free $50 Sale-A-Bration item with it too. So something to keep in mind when you shop with me. And then, oh, nope, that's old. Never mind. I forgot we're in a different paper pumpkin. That's an old paper. All right, so these are the important things to kind of keep in mind with the next few days coming up. So this is, the 4th is Wednesday. All these things are ending on Wednesday. So last chance products, you have up to 60% off of last chance products. And those items are from the mini catalog. Not that one, sorry. They're from the July through December mini catalog. So the items in here will be retiring in this last chance product sale. Okay, these are retiring products that are up to 60% off. Not all of them are 60% off. Okay, and then the Fitting Florets collection, which we're gonna showcase some of those items today. So this paper and this framed and festive stamp set that I have, let me grab it real quick. Those two things are ending on January 4th. So this stamp set, if you haven't gotten it yet, and this paper, this is that framed, what is this called? Excuse me, Fitting Florets Designer Series paper is what this is called. So it has some flowers and some like subtle leaf prints on the back. And then we have this evening evergreen gingham, which I love for Christmas cards, and then some more flowers. If you love flowers, this is the paper for you. I really like this one. It's really pretty with all the pinks. And then there's kind of like this stitching pattern on the back here. And there's some more flowers, and this actually, the dies will cut out some of the blooms in here. Let me see if I can grab those dies real quick. I meant to grab them before we started, and I just completely forgot to. But they're not far away. Here we go. So this die set here, I want to say it's this one, we'll cut out these right here. So I always love when Stampin' Up! Does that, and they kind of coordinate the products together. So you can actually use these dies to cut out if you don't like to fussy cut or color. It will die cut the ones that have like the double. It doesn't cut all of them. I think it's just those that are the little two clusters. So there's a light pink one, the polished pink, and I think that's it, those two. But you could fussy cut the other ones out if you don't mind fussy cutting. But this stamp set, the framed florets and these are dies, and then the framed floret stamp set, these will carry over to the January through April catalog. So you will still be able to get these, but you won't be able to get the framed and festive or the paper after January 4th. So that's something to kind of keep in mind. If that's something you've been thinking about, now's the time to jump on that, okay? And there's some other patterns in here too. There's like the light blue leaves and these little holly berries and the pink on the back. And it's like pink and blue and then pink on the back as well, okay? Lots of pretty patterns in that paper. Very unique paper. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before. Okay. And then what else is ending? So this one that I meant to show you here, this July through December catalog, January 4th, Wednesday is the last day you can order from this catalog, okay? So if there's anything you want in here, now's the time to get those items, okay? And then my product shares, Wednesday is also the last day to sign up for that. So I have a ribbon share, a paper share, and then a deluxe share, which is the paper and the ribbon. So all the details are at stampcampwithjen.com, and you need to sign up by January 4th if that's something you're interested in, okay? All right, and then on Thursday, that's the big day when you can start earning Sale-A-Bration items and ordering from the new catalog, the January through April catalog, and you'll be able to start getting these Sale-A-Bration freebies with at least a $50 order before tax and shipping, okay? All right, so that's all of that. So let's get into the project today. So I'm gonna grab my little stamp piece here. So I got this card. I got a bunch of beautiful cards for Christmas. They were gorgeous. And I got this one in the mail, and I was so tickled by this one because I couldn't figure out how to open it at first. I thought it was so pretty, and I love the sparkly paper and everything. I was like, how do you open it? And it opens like that. And I was like, isn't that so cool? So it looks like it has the 3 panels. You just do a little fun folding, a little scoring, and it opens up, and you can fold it down to write. And then you just kind of slide those together. So those panels kind of slide underneath where that center square is, those outer panels, and it all just folds together. Isn't that cool? I love this one. Hi, Roberta. Happy New Year. I don't know if Summer could open it. We're going to try. I think I'm going to make her a birthday card. My daughter, Summer, every time we give her something, she's always so like confused, it seems like. So this is the version I came up with to kind of recreate that card that Kathy gave me. And it says, thank you with all my heart. So it uses that paper from the Fitting Florets, and then we're using that framed floret stamp set, the thank you with all my heart, and then we're using the heart punch pack for the front. So there's no wording or anything on the front, and then I use the thank you with all my heart to tie it together. So I thought it was pretty neat. So I'm going to show you how to put this together. It's really not too bad. There's a little bit more cutting than usual because of all the different panels, but it comes together really nicely, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So we're going to use Balmy Blue for the inside piece here. So this is actually 11 inches long, and it's 5.5 inches wide. Hi, Case. Thanks for joining me. Is Jalen on? Is he here to root me on? All right. He always loves watching my stuff. My nephew, he's so cute. All right, so we're going to take that short end of our Balmy Blue paper and move this down so you can see. And we're going to line that up at 5.5 and cut. Okay, and we don't need this piece. We'll save that for some other project. And then we're going to take, I like to use my Simply Scored scoring tool because I can see the score marks a lot easier when I use that. Okay. He's relaxing after 3 hours at Urban Air. Oh, wow. Hi, Connie. Thanks for joining me from Ohio. Is it snowing up there? It was like almost 80 degrees down here today. It was crazy. All right, so we are going to score this. Let me get my measurements so I make sure I don't mess this up. It's my last sheet of Balmy Blue. I'm almost out. Let's see. So we're going to score this at 1 3/4. Oh, and I went over. That's okay. And 3.5 and 7.5 and 9 1/4. Okay. I like to use, there's like a fatter end and a skinnier end. I usually use the skinnier end of the little stylus to score. It's a little bit easier for me to control. So just to recap, that was 1 3/4, 3.5, 7.5, and 9 1/4. But you don't need to write it down. It's all going to be in the tutorial on the blog post tomorrow morning. And if you haven't already, be sure to sign up for my blog post by email. You'll get all of my blog posts sent directly to your email, and you'll get all those fabulous updates. So you don't miss anything. Oops. I cut this a little too wide. Supposed to be 5 1/4, not 5.5. Sorry about that. 5 1/4. I know it looked a little big. That's all right. It's better to have it cut too big than have it cut too small, right? You can always take it away. You can't add back on. All right. So now we take this piece here right in the center, and we're going to fold this score line, the second score line in, you're going to fold that over. And then the other score line, this front flap, you're going to fold it backwards. And you're going to do that on both sides here. And then we're just going to take our bone folder and crease those lines right there, okay? So we'll do the same thing here. So the second score line in, you're going to fold inward. And then that outer flap, we're gonna fold back onto itself. And then use your bone folder to score, okay? Easy peasy, right? And that's how that makes that little flappy piece. Measure twice, cut once. Yes, that's good advice, Diana. I don't know how many times I've wasted so much paper because I thought, oh yeah, this is right. And then I cut it like a 1/4 inch too short, and then I'm kicking myself later for it. Okay, so now we have our little basic white piece here, and we're gonna grab some Night of Navy and use that thank you with all my heart and stamp that. Stamp to make sure it's good, yep. I like to test it out first, and then we're just gonna stamp that right in the top center. Oh, I love how clean those stamps are. It's so nice. Okay. And now I find it easier to adhere this first before adding it to anything else. So otherwise, with all the flaps and stuff, it just gets in your way. So I'm gonna take my Stampin' Seal Plus and just put some on the corners and a little bit in the center so I can adhere that to that center section. That's the biggest section. There we go, just like that. And then I like to close it all up, and I take my Stampin' Seal Plus again, and I'm just gonna do 3 lines on the back here. And I have a piece of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 Evening Evergreen, and we're just gonna take this with it all closed up, and we're gonna center it on that card base there. And it's easier to see where your lines are when everything's all closed up like that. Okay? So fun. I love this card so much. I was so excited when I got it. I was like, oh my God, how do you even open this? It was so cool. Okay. So now we have our little panels that we're gonna put together. And again, we have the Evening Evergreen and then that beautiful DSP. So I'm just gonna put those panels right there on that Evening Evergreen cardstock. Are you guys excited about Sale-A-Bration? I can't believe it's here already. It feels like everything's just going so fast. It's kind of slowing down a little bit now that Christmas is over. I felt like between Thanksgiving and Christmas, it just flies by, doesn't it? It's like you don't have time to think. That's what it felt like for me anyway. All right, last little panel here. All right. This is so fun. Okay, so now to lay these on, you're gonna line them up. Now, it's the little trick here is, so you would think, oh, I just line it up with the blue from the sides and the top. No, you line the edges up with the blue, but then that top edge, you line up with the top of the card. And that's how you'll get your spacing in between the panels. Okay, and you're gonna do that for the top and the bottom. And you're gonna line them up so they're edge to edge on the balmy blue, and then that bottom edge lines up with the bottom edge of the card right there, okay? And then that center, when you go to put it on, and it may be a little, like I noticed with a couple of mine, it's like really close. You might see a little bit on the ends, but it's not a huge deal if it happens. It should be covered up like this, but sometimes your scoring might be a smidgen too close and you might see a little bit of your paper underneath, but don't worry, nobody's gonna notice that. And then when you do that, when you line up that bottom and that top panel with the top and the bottom edge of that Evening Evergreen, that's how you get the spacing in between the panels like that. Isn't that cool? All right. So what I did was, for this top section on the left panel over here, I took 2 lines of Stampin' Seal Plus and I put them towards that top edge of that left-hand panel. And then we're gonna take our top panel here and, like I said, line it up against the edge of your balmy blue, the left edge, and the top edge of your Evening Evergreen. And if you do that, it will space out exactly how you need it to be, okay? So just like that. And then we'll just rub it down with our finger. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same thing on the bottom here. And see, you can even see that little section where my stylus went off. It's gonna get completely covered up. It's not even a big deal. So if that happens to you, don't freak out and think, oh, I have to completely start over. It's gonna get covered up anyway. Nobody's gonna see it. So again, 2 little lines of Stampin' Seal Plus at the bottom. We're gonna take our other panel here, line it up with that left edge of the Balmy Blue and then that bottom edge of the Evening Evergreen card base. Just line those up, and it's only being stuck, these top and bottom panels are only being stuck down to that left side of that Balmy Blue, that left section, okay? Is with me? All right, so now for the center panel, we're gonna do that on the right-hand side. So the top and the bottom stick to the left, the center panel sticks to the right, okay? So I'm just gonna take 2 strips, again, of that Stampin' Seal Plus, and if it's not sticky, just use your finger and kind of roll that stickiness, that tape, and just roll it back on the roller, and it should come across there, okay? All right, so you have 2 lines of Stampin' Seal Plus just on that right-hand panel, and then there's really no right way up or down, and then we're just gonna line this up with that right edge, centering it between that top and bottom panel like that, okay? Just like that. See? So cool, right? Wow! So now, obviously it's all flappy, so now when we put that square in the center, it'll help hold it down even more. So I'm gonna adhere those panels. You could even do this, but I liked the gingham. You guys know I like gingham a lot. All right. So oops, I'm gonna stick this down. Okay. Now to stick this square on the center, we're just gonna take 2 more strips of the Stampin' Seal Plus in the center of that center panel. Okay, I'll move that up so you can kind of see. You can kind of see it right there, yep. So I just have 2 strips in the center of that center panel, and we're gonna center that right on the front of the card with it closed. Just like that. And then use your finger to really stick it down. And now you see it kind of helps keep those flaps closed. Oh, so cool. So now I already glued these together. I was making a bunch and I already glued this one together. So I just used the Night of Navy I punched out with the solid heart. And then the basic white I punched with the scalloped heart, and I just used some liquid glue to adhere them together. And then we're gonna take some dimensionals. I'm gonna use up this little sheet that I have left here. I'm gonna put these on the back. This heart. And dimensionals are awesome, especially Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. We always talk in my classes about how there really are no better dimensionals than Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. They are the best. And I'm just kind of going crazy using up this last little bit. You don't need to put this much on. I'm just kind of using up these little edge pieces here. On the other ones that I made, I just put like 3 on the back, but you put as many as your heart desires. All right, and then we're just gonna center that right there. And our card's done. How cute is that? Oh my gosh. I was so excited when I made this card. I thought it was so much fun and so adorable. And I have so much fun just playing with it, opening and closing it over and over again. All right, guys. Well, I really hope you enjoyed today's project. If you did, let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up or a heart to let me know that you enjoyed today's project. Like I said, if there's ever anything that you're thinking about, that you want to learn a new technique or a new fun fold, definitely send me a message or leave a comment like on the blog or my Facebook page, and I would love to do the research and come up with a project for you. I'm always looking for new ideas, so feel free to send them to me. All right, guys, so again, I'm going to say this one more time just to remind everybody. Leave these little dates down here, so just don't forget about this stuff that's coming up this week. It's going to be a busy week, but it's always so exciting with Sale-A-Bration and all the cool stuff that comes with it. Oh, I'm so glad you guys liked it. Thank you so much. Which heart punch did you use? Oh, I used the heart punch pack. It comes with both the solid and scalloped punch. So this punch pack comes with both of these together. Fun folds are really fun. You're right, Case. They're really cool. They're probably my favorite. I much prefer fun folds over a flat card for sure. All right, guys. Well, until next time, if you have any questions or need help placing an order before the stuff runs out, feel free to contact me. And until next time, be safe and happy stamping. Bye-bye.